from this area because they got some funny audio things going on. So this is going to be Celestio 64 with DNVIC and his homie.
Alone.
Because
he has to go into like a
I am drawing blank. Xion. There we go. Homie Xion, and they're going to get going here in just a moment. I'll let them know that it is time to go.
See who wants to watch something run live. Hello. Okay, sorry, just start now? I'm not going to start this run yet because I want to explain like a thing for a second. Oh, we're live. Hello everyone, this is Celestio 64. What's it called? This was made for the Simple Flips crossover competition. And I think it's obvious that this is a crossover between Celeste and Mario 64. But yeah, this hack is a fun hack to run, or something. That's why I run it. But yeah, I think that's all I kind of need to do to introduce yourself, or introduce myself, or introduce the run, or whatever.
I'm also here.
He's only here just to make sure I don't screw anything up. Or not, yeah, make sure I don't forget anything or something. Okay. So the way this works is this run is 2 minutes long. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing like a little run here, and then I'm going to actually like explain everything that's going that goes on in the run like afterwards. Because there's no way I'm going to explain every little thing when it pops up. Jank, but what was it? But yeah, this hack is basically like a port of Celeste's movement into Mario 64. And I say that deliberately because a lot of this movement was taken directly from like the source code of Celeste or something like that, if I remember correctly. But yeah. So like a lot of like even a lot of the tech in Celeste works like exactly the same in this. But it still has like a bit of like Mario 64 movement. Like I can still do long jumps and triple jumps and side flips, so it is like a decent like crossover. It isn't just like Celeste with a Mario 64 skin or something. Which is why I like it so much. Yeah, in this run this run is basically just 100% because this hack is so short. It's basically just grab every star. Okay, that was janky. What did I want to say? Okay, here I'm gonna be taking the safe route because there is a faster way to do that. I'll show you that later, but it is not marathon safe in the slightest. Even though marathon safe wouldn't matter for this run since it's only 2 minutes, but whatever. Yeah. Crap, I always make that mistake. Yeah, another interesting thing about this hack is that it's actually only a demo. So I'm actually really excited for the full release. Because that might actually have like a more long run, which I prefer. But this run's fine. Oh yeah, as you may notice that this hack has actually has like a in-game timer. That's because what's it called? I think it's because Celeste has an in-game timer and something like that. But I don't think, besides for like what's it called? Besides for like, I don't know, like marathons or whatever where like you need a timer there for some reason. I don't think real time matters in this game as much as in-game time. Oh, one more interesting thing about this hack. It actually runs on 60 FPS on console. It's not. This is not 30 FPS. This is 60 FPS. Which, in my opinion, is pretty cool. So that was at 248. Not really like that. Not like the best run, but decent for like that one death in that one little area that wasted like 10 seconds. Yeah, now I'm gonna actually explain what was going on the whole time. So yeah, the first thing that's actually important happens before you even start the run. See, whenever you want to reset a run, let's say you die here at the first level or whatever. Let's say you want to reset this run. There's two options. Either you can hit restart level right here, and are you sure you want to restart a level in your speedrun? This might seem like the fast way. This way is wrong. Instead, you want to quit back to the title screen, because for some reason, starting from the title screen makes it so that you start in the air and you can instantly get a double jump, which is much faster. Whereas here, if you restart the level, you just stay on the ground for some reason. Here, so that's basically what the first room is like. And this second room, there's like this weird anti-gravity thing that can happen sometimes, but otherwise it's normal. And you may notice that all of the stars are following me. That's because if you like don't touch the ground or touch it for like a second or whatever, they just follow you around. And you want to be in the air in this like this game, so a lot of the time you're just carrying a lot of stars around you, and it's actually kind of scary because if you die, you kind of lose all the stars, and you kind of have to restart the run. But it's such a short run that it doesn't matter that much, since if you die this early, you're just gonna reset anyway. Yeah, I didn't really explain much there, but there's not really much interesting about those little areas. Yeah, here this is. Oh, I think we have the hack creator in the chat. That's cool. What was it? Yeah, here this area you could. I think you're like. I don't know how you're intended to do that. You can just do a well-timed double jump. Originally, I thought that you needed a triple jump, and it's kind of awkward with a triple jump, but with a double jump, that's easily doable. Here, I think that's the fastest way to get through. Although you can like climb over this or whatever. I just think that's slightly slower. And here, this is like one of the weirdest things in the run. So what you have to do is you have to actually like slide down and then dash upwards. And like the wall pushing Mario at will make him so that will make it so that you can actually grab that fast like that. And here, this room isn't that notable except for the fact that what's it called? Sometimes you as I was saying how you keep the stars through areas. Sometimes you keep the previous star through this area, and if you die in this room, you're kind of screwed. This room's pretty self-explanatory. Yeah, here in this room, I'd say is actually probably the hardest room in the game in terms of like speedrunning. And it's all to do with this little gap here. See, what you can do, you can either go up this way, which is like pretty fast, or you can go down, which is like half a second faster or something, but it's also like a weird timing. Yeah, what you need to do is you need to like fall off the ledge there, and then hold up, and it's hold up left, and then hold up left whenever you're low enough, but not too low that you fall down to that you fall through the floor or whatever. This part is easy. Here, you just use the first moving platform to skip the second one. This room, it's normal except for the fact that if you do something like this to gain a bunch of speed, which I do in like a lot of room transitions, because if you do that into a room transition, because in Celeste, if you go in a room transition, you regain your dash or whatever. But the thing is, if you do that here, you'll land like halfway down the slope, and that's bad because you won't make it through. Because I think the slope physics are changed from regular SM64. Yeah, there you just do those trampolines normally. This room is kind of weird. There's probably a faster way to do this, but this is like the most consistent setup. You grab those two like pillar thingies, you grab this star, and then you just do that. Like that. If that makes any sense. And then you go through here. Actually, what I do in runs normally is I do something like that, so that I gain a bit of extra speed throughout this flat section. And then what I do is, if you just do a single jump here, you have barely enough like height in order to grab the wall. Here, what's it called? This area is weird. Or not weird, just like... There's one thing you have to remember about this area. So what you need to do here, you need to make sure whenever you're doing the second dash there that you wait a second. If you don't wait there, you'll just knock yourself into the spikes. Yeah, there you have to do a double jump in order to climb up here. Here, this section is just the ending section. Nothing too special here. One thing that you do need to do here is you need to like get this. You need to get this star, but it's pretty simple. And then the run is over. Yeah, 11 deaths for something. Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's the run. It's a bit shorter than I actually intended it to be, but I think it's just because I went through explaining everything quickly. Oh, there's... I know, I already mentioned it, never mind. But yeah, I'll explain the anti-gravity thing I was talking about earlier, because I can, I guess, for a second. So basically in here, like, if you touch the corner of this wall, like, there's this weird anti-gravity thing. I think it has to do with the game thinks that you're still on the wall even though you aren't. And, like, grab the ceiling or whatever. It's a weird thing, don't expect me to get this actually, but it's something that can... Yeah, there we go, that's what happened. It happened right there, I'm pretty sure. It's just a weird little quirk. And sometimes it just screws up your runs early on because you aren't expecting it. Yeah. I guess now we're heading... I guess that's the last run or whatever. I guess now we're heading off to Wolsk's final thingy. So yeah. Oh, I should probably put on my other headset. But yeah. There's not really much else I can talk about with this run. It's a kind of short run because this run is just a demo. But I find this hack such a cool run to actually run. I don't know what's happening anymore. Are we supposed to be on like the transition screen or something? Or oh, is that your screen is super delayed? Maybe it's on there.
It's like a minute behind.
Nope. I guess I could do a short 90% run because I don't actually know the 90% route. Like I think I did like one run. Yeah, 90%. The only really difference between 90% and 100% is that you don't get. Oh no, this is, I don't grab that thing in 90%. Oops.